Oh boy, this thing again. Welp, what do we have? Half broken engine? Oh, are we recording? Guess we are. Well, I may well as do a little update, and I'll talk to you what I'm about to plan. But it's not gonna be an easy one, to say the least. There we go. Hello, and yeah, I decided to just throw together a quick video on what's been going on. I'm sure you have seen some spoilers in the short section, but I've not done a full video really in a long time about what I'm planning to do. I mean, it's not a really good omen to talk about plans, but there are some things I want to mention, and I'm just asking, not for opinions, but let's just say like you're open to express your opinions in this video. So let's get to the first thing. Remember people, this truck I had, like I did a video, and all we managed to do is get the engine dismantled, and for those who are curious, it's still in the same state. Like, it's not gotten worse and it's not gotten better. And here's the deal why I haven't done anything with this engine in particular. But the problem into really simple perspectives, the initial plan with the truck was to do a in-frame engine build, or rebuild rather to say that, but unfortunately this is not the case anymore. The problem is you can't really do an engine rebuild with these old V8s. You have to pull the entire engine out because there may be other surprises in store. And the one thing is, I have no idea how long time the coolant ran into the engine, and the main concern is it may have actually wiped out the main bearings, and this is why that oil pressure is, so funky and it's so low. Or we just have a bad crankshaft, which needs the mains to be ground. Now, if that's the case, I'm gonna just go into an entire different engine, because if the crankshaft's wasted, then we have to think about something else, or just yank a crankshaft out of one of these spare engines I got, and I have no clue what size they are or whatever they are. The other problem with this engine, or the two other problems, the first problem, or the second problem besides the main bearings, is the fact that I need to pull the engine out, and I have no hoist, no forklift, no loader, nothing to pull the engine out. Now I can leave the transmission behind, but yanking this engine out without a hoist is, yeah, a bit of a problematic, let's say that. But I don't know, should we build a hoist? I can't borrow one because the engine hoist that they rent is just almost half of the cost of the rent, is basically to make one of your own or just to buy one. And that's one of the problems where I haven't done anything with the truck. Now, the goal is the engine needs to be rebuilt. Let's forget about all the other problems this thing has, but the engine needs to run. If the engine doesn't run, there's no point of doing anything else. That's my logic. I know some people will argue against that, but that's how it is. Third problem, I don't have the rings for this engine. This has 93.5 millimeter piston rings, and those are almost impossible to find now thanks to the sanctions. I can't order them from Russia, and basically the only hope is to hope that someone has a new original stock bearing set somewhere. I mean, it's kind of like good luck finding that. That would be the least of the problems. In the long run, I could find that bearing set, but no, sorry, piston ring set, but it would take, I would have to go basically outside of Estonia looking for it, but it's doable. So right now our main concern is we need a hoist, and if we get a hoist, we can continue with this project. Now on to the other ones that I have. So to give you a perspective how what else I need to do, look at the leaf springs. I mean, that's a bit of a saggy maggy situation here. I mean, these leaf springs are completely wasted, but that's not our main concern. We have to take these rear wheels off, which are a bit bold, but one of the rear wheels is, yeah, the air tube's broken and we need to take the wheel off. So that's going to be a challenge in this truck. But like I said, before we do this, we have to get the engine running, and it has to be a movable unit. These things I'm not really concerned about. The engine is. So that would be all for this truck. And no, I'm not giving up on it. It's just a long-term thing. This is what I knew it was going to be in the long run anyway. I'm very proud to announce that this thing here, the crawler I have, is completely running and fine. And for those who are curious, there's gonna be a separate video of this, and I fixed the missing bolt and the schmucked up threads, so we're good to go. So the crawler is actually in a good state. It's working, it's been doing fine. It's gonna be a separate video on the maintenance, and with this one I don't have any problems this year, like none. I mean, there's some maintenance works here and there, but it's usable unit. Now on to the other two ones I have. So the old 520 or MTZ 52, well, this thing gave me a bit of a problem. It has had zero brakes the last video we did, and because I almost rolled down the hill, I decided, to do the brakes, and I ended up doing more than I planned. But this one is gonna be a running unit really soon. It's gonna be a really separate video once I'm done with the brake work on this machine. Here's problem child number 3, I guess. Yeah, as you can see, we have a really badly blown up tire. Now, this one is not a hard fix, but I tried to budge these nuts here. These are all fine thread studs, and none of them would budge, not a single one. But I have something in store so that I can actually get this wheel off, get a new tire on it, get the old wheel weights off, and make this a usable unit again. I mean, it's been sitting since April like this, and the main reason is I don't have the right tool. But let me show you what I came up with. If you don't know what this is a propane torch carrier. Basically, it's like a cart where you put your propane and your oxygen, and basically you have a propane torch. And this is what I've been working behind the scenes almost half of the summer, but it's already done. The only thing I don't have besides the tires, that's not even a question, is the propane valve and the, what's it called, not reducer, but what's the dang name? Well, it's a valve. Basically, I don't have the propane valve. That's basically the only thing I need to buy to this thing. Everything else I have. So basically, this here is going to be the, I don't know what to name this thing, the Mr. I'm done talking with you, but you know what? This is going to help me to get those stubborn, rusty bolts, nuts off. And this, I should have done this investment years ago, but I was kind of lazy and thinking, you know what? Like, really, like, let's be honest, I was thinking, like, who needs this crap, Like, I can do without the propane torch, but it seems like with some things that we need to tackle in the future, it's not gonna be that easy. Yeah, yikes. But since this is a good investment, I'm going to do this, and it's gonna save me from a lot of headache in the future. Not to mention that maybe we can, if I'm rich enough, I can actually do it at Citulena welding, or just repair old radiators instead of, paying other people for that. So, yay for me, I guess. Well, more on that in one of the videos I'm going to do in the future. Right now, it's just an update on how far I am with this thing. On to the next thing. Oh, well, that would be the short version of what I've been doing. I mean, there's a lot of mundane works besides, dealing with old crappy machines, but they're not crappy. It's just, old age, old and retired machines are like kind of old people. They break and become fragile at some point. Nothing I can do about it. It's just the nature of things. And if I wouldn't like it, I wouldn't do it. To be doing something else. But yeah, that would be the short summary of what I've been up to. And I'm going to leave a PayPal donation link. It's not mandatory, but there's some people that have expressed their wish to donate to the channel. You know what? I It's not mandatory and it won't affect the content. I'm not putting any paid memberships out. So basically, I'm doing, basically all I'm doing this is from my free time right now. But I don't know. Maybe in the future, when I don't really have to do any side jobs anymore, I'll be just doing only videos. Who knows? I mean, I can predict the future that well, but well, that's an option. I know some content creators are like full-time YouTubers now. They don't have to go to work, but not gonna happen with me this soon. But there are a few other things that I want to upgrade. Really, one of them is a camera. Basically, get a good used GoPro for the start. And second thing I need is, yeah, I need to invest money in a good impact gun because, like I said, with the blowtorch, borrowing these from other people is, it's just, well, okay, one job, okay, but if you need this thing constantly, then I would say consider buying it yourself. Don't borrow it from other people. That's my philosophy. Anyway, yeah, this is gonna be probably more content coming, and I don't know when I'm going to edit all these videos of those machines you saw, but definitely I would say the truck is probably the most problematic right now. The other ones, yep, they need work, but they are doable. I've seen way worse machines that, you question really like what the heck did people do with them before. Anyway, that's about it. I mean, thanks for all the new subscribers and the old subscribers as well. Have been, some have been here since 2009, and I'm really grateful for all of you. And if you are unsure if you're subscribed or not, check your subscription again and make sure to hit the bell icon because for some reason YouTube decides to unsubscribe people. I don't know why. What the heck the deal with that is. Make sure if you want to stay. I do also community posts at times, so make sure you have the bell icon um, enabled because then in theory you should be getting the notifications as well, or almost everything. So that's about it. I mean, I'm excited for the new videos I'm going to produce, and I'm also excited to see you all, you know, watching them. So thank you everyone for your patience, and be sure to stick around. I'm going to give my best to entertain y'all. Let's say this way. Thanks, and see you again soon.